Here at Farmerjohn, working on the 440 crawler. It's a diesel. It's got the 6-way hydraulic blade on it, and we're removing the radiator. So I know this is probably a common question with some people. How do I get the radiator out? So anyhow, what we had to do is you have to take your side plates off, and of course you're going to have a hydraulic tank in here if you have the 6-way blade. If you don't have the 6-way blade, you may have your tank on the bottom, which would be good, because if you do, you won't have some of the problems we had getting the radiator out. But what we had to do is we had to remove the front plates and the grill cover off the front. We went in there and we cut the radiator hose out of the bottom. You can see where we cut it. We had to do a lot of prying. We had to slide the oil pump off. Of course, the side cover on the other side had to come off. You need to actually take the fan blade off. We bent it back a little bit because we're demoing this tractor or taking it apart. I would suggest that you're probably going to have to remove the fan blade. The oil tank really needs to come out if you have an oil tank in it, because like I said, we had a really hard time getting it. You can see on the radiator, I burned the plugs out. You got 2 little rods that come in on the side there to hold the radiator support. I actually cut those off. You will probably not get those off without having the grill off. But and you can see on this side too where I burned them off. But the radiator supports go straight down. And of course the top one was easy to get into. But you can see where the hydraulic pump mounts up. And basically what we did on this is, there's the top bracket too in the hydraulic tank. Basically we undid everything from the front side and we walked it around, but we were able to cut and do a few things since we're not putting it back together. I would say you're probably going to wind up taking the grill off to do a correct job on the radiator. So with saying that, you've got plenty of bolts down here, and the front grill also bolts down to the pan on the bottom. So basically what you'd have is you have the 3 bolts there. You got to remove the hood, and you got the bolts from underneath. A lot of people don't know that the pan on the bottom, it bolts to the front grill. There's 4 bolts that go across the front, so those also have to come off. So you're basically going to be better off take the grill off, take the oil tank out. You'll be able to get to all the bolts and radiator supports that you need. So that's what I would suggest. We did it sort of the hard way, and it still took us probably took an hour to get it out still. And that's cutting and moving stuff around so we can get the radiator out without tearing it up. So if you have a question, what I have to take apart, take the radiator, plan on taking the grill off, the big cast iron piece, the grill screens, the oil tank, and then the 2 bolts on the bottom will be what hold it in. So I'm going to take, you can see them down in here. That's where the radiator pads will be on both sides. And you'll just cut those out, because you probably won't even be able to get them out. They'll probably be rusted. You have to cut those out. So anyhow, if you're doing radiator, plan on taking the front grill off. And you'll have the hoses and lower radiator pads. We took out the pump, the hydraulic pump, and you probably won't even have to take the hydraulic pump out. But you're going to have to undo the hoses, so you're probably still going to be quicker just take it off. But anyhow, those are a few tips and a few of the problems we encountered taking out the grill, and what you'll have to do to take your radiator out. All right, Farmer John signing out.